We're starting with our first story from Am I the Asshole? 8 months ago by Bittleworth7367. Mm, mm, Nope. I'm a millennial, not a child. Not a child. Ooh, not a child. Not a baby. All right. Am I the asshole for not forgiving my father after messing up my family? I, 26 male, have an awful relationship with my dad, 59, which has been tense for years. But it got worse after finding out about an affair he's been having since 2018, lying about her being just a friend. He teaches at a university I studied at, which is 2 hours away from my home state. Here's a summarized timeline for how this developed. 2018, my mom found out about this and made the request to not contact her anymore. That didn't happen. 2019, he started a midlife crisis, buying expensive and useless shit to feel younger. I was hospitalized for 2 months, but he still traveled in the gap between Christmas and New Year. I was too sick to do the math, but now it's too obvious. 2020, COVID hit. My chest hurts thinking about it. And my sister Natalie got engaged. Important for later. After that, mom learned he was buying the other teachers' children's gifts on Amazon. 2021, his crisis got worse, followed by misogyny, queerphobia, and having crushes on people of my sister's age, 26 at the time. 26 at the time. I graduated from college, and on New Year's Eve, mom discovered he was not only still texting her, but meeting with her, ruining mom's New Year. 2022, I started working to save money and gave dad my first salary to help him travel for it because he didn't have anything for that week, and found out later that he spent it on a parachute session for both of them. He told Natalie he wanted to divorce mom for being too demanding, making her hate mom. She finally exposed everything a month before Natalie's wedding, and instead of helping with wedding expenses, he bought more gifts for the other kids. What's worse is that it's hard for mom to file a divorce because her job isn't enough to sustain even one person. I mean, I can read. I just, what's worse, I'm gonna leave that in. I even gave her money of my salary for a year, and that didn't cut it. The wedding happened, and Natalie moved with her husband. I tried to have a conversation with my dad, but the best I got was that if he needed to apologize, it was with my mom because I quote, "I didn't do anything wrong to either you or my Natalie." 2023 and 2024 were followed by drinking. He's not an alcoholic, but drinks excessively. Natalie had a baby, and dad was making the not funny joke of sneaking beer into the baby's formula. The company I work for shut down, but I managed to save my master's. Bad side, I'm down to my last penny, so I have to live with my parents. I do help whenever I can with what I have, but I know it's hard for my mom to deal with them because she is looking for both of us. Looking out for? You didn't type that. So I'm looking to leave whenever I can so she can be able to make more choices. 2025, here we are. Oh, no, it's 2026. Oh, time has blown. It's February. Dad even forgets how old I am. Tries to connect with me by pissing me off and is useless around the house. Mom even found out again that he still talks to this woman. And I have this grudge against him, but I have the moral weight of he's my dad and I have to respect him. When he has disrespected my entire family for so long, I feel cornered and I can't wait to leave. But I ask you, Redditors, am I an asshole for not forgiving my father? Why would you? What would you forgive him for? What do you think is forgivable here? What is he even asking you to forgive him? From 2018 to 2025, this is 8 months old, so probably 2026. right? For the past 7 years. 7 years, you were a baby. You're 26, still kind of a baby. Finally going into adulthood. Well, I mean, you going for your master, so it's big boy shit. Um, this is insanity, right? He's my dad, and I have to respect him. So, since we ran through definitions for misogyny, we're going to run through definitions for respect, right? A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements, right? Admiration for someone's qualities, abilities, or achievements, right? And I have this quote in my head as the utmost admiration for someone's qualities, abilities, and or achievements. Someone or some things, right? What abilities are you admiring? What qualities are you admiring? What achievements are you admiring? What are we doing here? None of these would be positive abilities, qualities, or achievements, right? These are some of these most negative, mm, disgusting things you can possibly do, right? You're philandering around your job place with another teacher, I believe, possibly, and her kids, taking care of their family instead of taking care of your own, to the point where your wife is suffering and your son is teetering on probably bashing your head in. Because I know 7 years of this shit, 7 years of this. You married this woman, popped 2 kids out, and you're on demon time. Let me see. So the word that people always mix together with respect is respectable, right? The adjective version, which doesn't really coincide, mesh well with respect. Regarded by society to be good, proper, or correct, right? How is that admiration for someone's qualities, abilities, or achievements, right? So it is a societal push on multiple levels, all the way from home, built out through family, work, school, and the overarching country, city that you are in, right? So respectability, respectable, uh, changes wherever you may go and be, right? You may go to a different time zone, and it is different there for you to have respect for someone, right? It is dictated by society and changes over time as well. So I definitely don't like the uses of that word. You do not have to respect this man because there is nothing to be respected about him. We're going to go to the comments by Not Your Dad BR. You should probably be his dad because he needs it. Uh, a real role model in his life as he goes to get married himself and pop some kids out. Cause God, he's 27 now. Ooh. Your mom should talk to a lawyer. She might be entitled to alimony after all these years they've been married. Also, is the university aware of the affair? They may have policies against it. And OP replies, I tried, but she just won't. As for the university, nobody knows but my direct family. And this post does not have a lot of comments. It's like 32 of them. And OP comments a fair amount of times, which is all of two, two times, I believe. I'm terrible for this. He replied to a comment that was deleted because the account got deleted. And OP replies, OP stands for original poster. If you don't know, now you know. Because when I started reading Reddit stories, I did not know who the fuck OP was or AITA. I'm like, AITA. Then I had to go click and read. Oh, am I the asshole? OP replies, I was not. I lent him the money because he claimed he couldn't afford the hotel for the days he was staying that week. It was until later when mom found the parachute tickets with a receipt for the exact amount I gave him and showed them to me. So here he is lying to his own son, pulling money from his pockets at his very first job, right, that he is working while in school to finesse him to go philander. I'm sorry. Let me be real. To go fuck around with his side bitch. Like, because there's no respect that I could possibly have for the other woman. You know, this man is married. You know, this man is married. You have to give excuses to why you can't bring this woman as a date to your daughter's wedding. Wedding. I'm actually curious. Did he give her away? OP, it's been 8 months since you dropped this. I need an update. I need to know. I need to know just that. We got a bunch of not the assholes. Your father is honestly a sad man. His actions will drive him to die alone and be remembered by the people he's hurt, by all the pain he's caused. Mm. Let me see. Is there a really good comment that I like? Because again, there's not a lot of comments on this. You can go read this yourself. There is only 32 of these. There's some weird thinking that a biological connection via DNA somehow supersedes basic human decency and kindness. It doesn't. Not the asshole. Cut the cord. I like that. I like that. Um, People have this concept of family first, family over everything. Blood is thicker than water, right? But what is it? What is it? The water of the womb. Oh, what is that quote? What is that quote? It might have already popped into your head as soon as I said that. Let me see. Pay no attention to how I type. I type like a child. Ooh, there it is. And who knows if this quote is actually older than blood is thicker than water, right? But the thought is that this quote precedes that and it has been changed, flipped, twisted, and reversed, right? Into being bullshit to force you to always, you know, stick around with shitty family members that you should not, right? People who steal from you, people who hurt you in physical and mental ways. Staying by your parents who did you dirty all the way until you had to pay for pay for them being in a home, if not have them in your home, because sometimes, hey, a 90-year-old needs to have a professional wipe their ass. Now, the quote is the bonds between people who have made a blood covenant or shed blood together in battles are stronger than those formed by the water of the womb. What the fuck? That is not the quote I was thinking of. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. And there is so much controversy and battling that took place over the past 2 years about this. And who cares? Or matter of fact, since 2014, social media probably did it because people were like, "Blood is thicker than water." Water is necessary for me to live, though. I'm 70% water. I'm more water than blood. I need to turn my AC off. Hold on. Let me see. Still recording. I did so much setting up just to not turn my AC off or anything else that makes sounds in my house. But I put my phone on do not disturb. Yeah. Yeah. Just because this person raised you, just because he is married to your mother, does not mean you have to treat him well, for he is hurting your mother, right? If any random person on the street hurt your mother, what would you do to them? Think about that. Right? In a physical way, in a verbal way, what would you do? Because this is up there. If your father was beating on your mother, what would you do? Right. What steps would you take to separate the two of them? What plans would you make to get her to safety? Because we are talking about things that are equal in a way that would allow her to divorce, get out, and get an alimony check from this man. Because if he's working at a university and your mom can't afford to live on her own, oh, am I missing that comment? Yeah, I think there was a comment like that saying that she can't afford to live on her own with the job that she has. Yeah, yeah, you need to help her get out. Right. Use your job that you may not have right now because it's been 8 months. I don't know if you have a job or if you're back in school for your master's. Um, to help her get with a lawyer and get the fuck on. Right. You guys, they have been married for probably damn near 3 decades, if not longer. She gonna get half. She's for sure gonna get half, or at least get a percentage that covers her living expenses until she can get up into any career that she may want to have or simply retire because your dad is 59. Yeah, you only got a couple more years. Moving on.